All right.
Then you should go, hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the RSL Random Fan Podcast, where we take your feedback seriously.
So seriously.
If you say that I need to talk faster, I will talk faster. I don't know how long I can do it, but I will do my very best to be louder and speak faster. Good.
Thanks, Brandt.
Well, I lasted about 10 seconds, but I tried. That's what she said.
Wow.
I heard it in my head.
Okay.
As soon as I said it, I heard it. That's what she said. So, starting lineup.
Wait, before that.
Yes.
He's Brennan. He's Brandt. I'm Tyler. Welcome. Thank you for showing
Sorry,
up.
I was
to our
going so fast.
podcast
I was
today.
going so fast.
You
I went
skipped. It's
right
okay.
by it.
What
It's
an
all right.
incredible
It's all right.
watch. What is that? What style of watch is that, big guy?
No, it's seriously $10 Walmart watch, bro.
Hey, same with me.
You too?
Yeah, I got a
It's got a huge face, but it's, I mean, for those of you on YouTube that are watching it and Goals TV, it just has a really big face, just like me.
I got to
I
get
have
in
a
the
big
habit.
face,
You should.
I
but
should
not
get
a lot
back in
to
the
it.
habit of wearing watches because I really do like watches.
You'd be on time more.
I'm on
That's
time all the time.
Definitely a possibility.
Jeez,
You're way ahead.
I've been here for hours waiting for you guys to show up.
Yeah,
He's like the old guy that's like 3 hours early for the buffet.
Yeah.
Every time we go to the game together, he's like, "Okay, I'll pick you up at 4." I'm like, "It's a 7:30 kickoff, dude."
I like to get there early. It's not like it's work or nothing.
I mean, play, work, same thing for us, right?
It's like the
But
airport.
that's-
2 hours means 2 hours,
Yeah.
except for Boise. The Boise, you don't have to be early to the Boise airport.
Really?
'cause there's no,
Yeah, there's
Line?
no traffic.
no matter what.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really quick. But
Nice.
they're growing. We'll see.
Had a kid, Boise. How do you say that?
Boise.
city?
Boise.
A boy, Yosi.
Boise.
Is it French?
Is it bois? Is it
What
just
was
bois?
If it is, they wouldn't admit it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
true.
don't
Pretty
tell
sure.
them that.
Don't tell them that. What?
What?
Where's America?
We're not French. This is America. They got lots of funny foreign names in Idaho. Moscow and Paris and lots of fun ones.
Yeah, they do.
St. Petersburg. I don't know if that's one. I just made that one up.
While it's still there.
Pocatello.
Pocatello.
Just like the international city
Ryrie.
of Pocatello. Ryrie. That's a good one.
It's a city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryrie.
Right up next to the mountains of whatever.
All right, now can we get back to the
Swan
game?
Valley? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a good game to get back to. This is good.
Well, I
No,
don't know.
we were just podcasting like RSL was playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were just kind of kicking the ball around,
Yeah.
And keep it in the back.
not really trying to score.
Who's playing?
All right.
How did we
starting
set
lineup.
up, by the way?
We set up 4-2-3-1 as
With Zach
per usual.
McMath.
Zach McMath in goal.
Did he win his spot back?
I don't know.
He has to have by now.
You think so?
2 clean sheets in a row. Not to spoil the ending.
But we haven't done that all season.
No, it's been a while. I think he has. Unless something happens in this last game, and
You can't put Beavers back in now, can
no, and I think
you? Not for
they're
the playoffs.
listening to his post game interview.
Yeah, from last week when
from
I asked
last
him a
week.
question.
You did ask him a
Oh,
question.
thanks, man. Oh.
And he was like, yeah, it's a little difficult. He was talking about how difficult it is to be waiting and
Yeah.
understanding the situation where you have 2 keepers. I don't think he appreciated the fact that he gave up his spot to a kid again.
And then the kid gave up 3 goals or 9 goals in 3 games.
Multiple times they tried to give Beavers the starting job, and he couldn't do it.
Well, to be fair, Zach gave him the job. he gave him
Zach-
the
Ah, yeah,
chances.
that was a
to be
tough-
fair,
Tough position to be in.
but maybe he's got his head back on straight and he's dialed in. And when they pass the ball back to him, he'll kick it real hard instead of real soft.
I just want him to guard near post. That's all I
No,
want.
that's Beaver's big deal, dude. Zach McMath covers the near post.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just keep covering the near post. We're set.
Yeah, we're good.
You know.
So he was in goal, McMath was in goal, and then it was along the back line, Catranis, Quinton, Glad, and surprisingly, Brown. In the midfield, Ojeda and Palacio. And then we had Luna, the new guy, Diogo, and Mark Suk, along with Anderson, Julio. Surprises in the lineup. There was quite a few. I was expecting changes, but not these changes.
Yeah, so
Really?
I received some feedback on the podcast, and I just wanted to share that right now with you guys. The first bit of feedback I received was, I say Diogo's name wrong, which
Jogo.
I'm saying it wrong again. It is a D in his first letter. It's Diego, but it's in Portuguese, okay? So I try to say it like Diego. And it is a D sound for the Diego, though. It's supposed to be Joe with the G. I still say it wrong, and I'll continue to say it wrong on accident.
So how do we say it right?
So it was pronounced to me like 12 times, but
Diogo.
if you go on Google Translate and you type in Diego from Spanish to Portuguese, you'll get the correct
Diogo.
pronunciation.
Okay.
And I think it's instead of go, it's Joe.
Diogo.
Yeah.
Diogo.
But that sounds weird
Hi,
to our
Diogo.
English. Yeah, it sounds Japanese to English speakers.
Arigato mas.
And then Gonzalez sounds close enough to Gonzalez that we get that right. So anyway, the other piece of feedback I'll say for later.
Can't wait
When we
hear-
bring up Reddit comments.
We should
wait.
check on those.
Can't wait for the feedback.
No, I loved it. And I thought Julio was spry off the kick. And if he could kick straight, he probably would have scored a goal or two. But, every now and then he just isn't there, and that's cool. But I talked to his father-in-law before the last game. Did I tell you that?
No.
Just kind of wander around the stadium, and he just looked like a nice guy. So I just started talking to him, and he speaks Portuguese really well, and Spanish pretty good, and his English is as good as my Spanish. So we went back and forth between Spanish and English. And anyway, no, he's a good dude, and excited and they love Utah, and his wife loves Utah. Julio's wife does. So they're very happy here. She's Brazilian, so dad was born and raised there. She, and Julio have been dating for a little bit, but she came here, and then Julio, and anyway. So kind of a fun little family tie-in there with Julio and his family. Oh,
Oh, it's so cute.
Good guy, or his dad, yeah. Not
I was
Julio's
surprised
dad.
that Julio had to start. I thought Chicho would get to start again. And I thought Crooks would get to start, considering that it's the last game in 3. I know they've played quite a bit, but you have a week off to recuperate before the final game of the season. And I thought there would be less turnover if you're trying to get that final starting lineup to go into the playoffs with some continuity. So I was surprised with Julio Gonzalez, because I don't think he's played incredibly well, or he's in spurts he has, but he just has not. He kind of disappears.
Yeah,
Hasn't-
and he
had his
doesn't
fa-
show much.
Hasn't found his footing.
That's why I'm a little disappointed in Gonzalez. I just think he isn't doing the same thing everybody else around him is doing. Like when Luna doesn't get the ball for a bit, you see him working extra hard to get into space, to run across the field, to get in. He'll switch sides of the field. He'll mix it up. He'll even crack back on defense if he has to, right? Like he seems to be running the whole field. And, you watch the Big Ten sitting in the middle, and he just kind of sits there, lets the defender guard him. Very one-dimensional in that aspect. But maybe he'll get up to speed and moving. But
Coached up.
Yeah.
I was not surprised with Palacio getting a start. I thought he played well, and that's an obvious rotation. Want to get him back playing, being a little more.
But he plays different than Anelli, right?
Oh, he plays massively different from Anelli and Ojeda. He is so defensive minded. My biggest pet peeve with him was anytime he had a transition moving forward, if he had the ball, he's moving. He'll pass it up, and he will literally just fade back. He won't continue. He won't continue pivoting. He won't continue doing anything like motion forward, and it was so frustrating.
Yeah, you want to see him make a run or two.
Well, he's stunting so much play moving forward, and it's not. I don't think that's the style that we have, because Anelli is always willing to move forward, but at the same time, you're gonna have to run back. So I mean, maybe Palacio's just trying to save his legs or something. I don't know.
What I saw is he crossed the ball a lot more. Like he's way more.
Oh, his
confident
diagonal
with
ball?
his cross
Long ball? Oh,
and
yeah.
diagonal balls. Yeah, way more than Anelli.
Oh yeah,
Anelli likes to play the small game, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that maybe Palacio with Gonçalves was
be
a
an
combo,
opportunity.
right? Because then you bring back in Crooks and Anelli, and they like the little small game, and these guys like more of the big switch. We played so big. I don't even know how to say that in another way. We spread out
Stretched,
so far
yeah.
in this game. so many times. And I was like, man, we keep getting potential opportunities. And then as soon as we got to the box, we were like, oh, what do we do now? It's like we all turned into Chang at the last second.
Well,
You know what I mean?
it also felt like we didn't know what we were doing sometimes because we could not connect. We could not
it was
finish.
just Chang of that last game he played where he kept taking the ball into the box and then it would get stolen. It's not a knock on Chang. I don't
like
hate
twice.
the
It was like
guy.
twice.
2 or 3 times, whatever.
Maybe 3 times.
And then the other surprise was
Still love Chang.
Brown at right back. I thought Brody had that nailed down.
Right?
Brown has proven that he's going to make some mistakes, and maybe this was his last chance. Or I just didn't really think he should have been in there. I thought Brody should have been there.
Yeah, I think Pablo thinks if he's a starter, he does better. Kind of builds through the whole game. But yeah, I wouldn't expect him to come on as a late game sub in the future. Just maybe
Brown or
that's-
Brody?
Brown. I think Brody can play. I mean, we get what we get with him whenever we play
But
him.
we get just a defensive-minded right back, and that's
Yeah.
not what we want. We don't want a defensive-minded right back. We want to 50-50. We want somebody who can pass the ball.
Yeah, and well, he can pass the ball. He just isn't going to get it forward and get it into the box. And
Yeah.
that
Well, that's
sort
what I
of
mean.
stuff,
Like, yeah, of
right?
course they're going to pass, but I mean, like, literally forward thinking. I want that.
No, and everybody does, right? I mean, you want your defenders to be able to go forward, like Gabriel from Arsenal, just go forward and crack a shot from 30 yards out. Like, Vera can do that, right? We all want that. But is it always going to happen? No.
Yeah.
No. And we don't want it to happen with too much frequency either because,
No, if your offense is determined by how well your center backs get into the offense, then maybe
maybe we're in trouble.
yeah, maybe we're in trouble.
Why can't we score with a header? It's been a long time, dude.
We don't have enough tall guys. I mean, Quentin's only 6'6", Crooks is only 6'5". You know,
Yeah, they
we
don't
need
like
that.
it out of the air.
Just his name, just the guy you don't like, the little guy.
Peter Crouch?
No, that was scoring goals. You met him.
Joao Plata?
Yeah.
Joao
Yeah.
Plata,
we
yeah.
need somebody
Bring Joao
get in
Plata.
there, get aggressive. The one other change, Philip Quinton, not surprised at all, fills in for
Vera.
the expectorating Vera, who probably done for the season.
No. Did you see the...
No, I
It was
didn't
just
see.
one.
Let's hear the
Yeah.
report.
Just one game.
Did it. Breaking news. Brennan.
He only has to miss one game.
Oh.
One game extra,
Not 3.
Nope, just the red card.
Just the red card.
so he'll miss the next game.
And who else got a red card from that game that didn't get one on the field?
It was a box all.
Boxall. He had to sit out last game
Because he did
because of what he did in that game. Yeah.
His,
Dude, he was sketchy in that game.
Dude, he's the angriest player in MLS. We've said this multiple times.
We
when
have?
play
I don't
him.
remember that.
Yeah, he's the angriest looking guy in MLS, but he's
Yeah.
also the angriest guy in MLS.
Yeah.
It's not just the RBF that messes you up, dude.
Didn't he plow through Chicho?
Yeah,
That's what it
twice.
was. Yeah. that
And he
was-
didn't get a yellow.
He also had some off the ball stuff with fans in the
Yeah.
RSL stands.
Crotch grabbing, word saying,
Are you kidding me?
vulgarness.
I saw Sean Johnson, the RSL super fan. We met him before.
Yeah.
He had some comments on the interwebs about happened right in front of him. The interaction they had with
Can
Boxall
you say
being.
this a little bit faster?
I'm trying. I'm trying to go
your point
fast.
here?
I'm trying to go fast.
Sean Johnson
And
said
louder.
what? What
Sean
did he say?
does it,
He
and
said
then
what?
he goes back into his tone. Come on, you
I
got
was
this.
trying. Now, no, you guys finish. I'll just.
We don't. We
And
didn't.
then he
We didn't
grabbed his
say.
crotch at the crowd and said, and
said some
everybody was like,
inappropriate
what did
things
he
in
say?
front of children and
Oh
Yeah.
no way!
the
Oh,
lady
yeah.
folk. Yeah.
With the crotch grabbing.
Wow.
Sorry, not my best Michael Jackson, but, I think
Not
you got
anybody's
the point.
best. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that was the starting lineup.
Oh geez, are we just there yet? Okay.
We're just getting going. We're just getting started.
Which reminds me, hey, if you are wanting to start your path to Elysium, do you know what Elysium means?
It means an underrated movie.
Your own heaven on earth. And if you're ready to start your path to Elysium, you should check out My Elysium. It is a financial planning firm that handles, it has financial
Faster.
professionals.
I got to go faster.
Right, but
We can go
we're-
slow on the ads. Okay.
Yeah, because they're really important.
Okay.
They do wills, trusts, financial planning, navigating life's uncertainties, They also have a full-service law firm behind them with tax preparation,
They're prepared.
even real estate and mortgage services if you need them.
Ooh.
Call my boy Jeff W at myelysium.com. Hit him up, ask him your financial questions, and sit down with Jeff. Get a one-to-one financial plan in place
My name's Jeff.
so you can follow your path to Elysium.
Now, is it the long way, the short Jeff, or the weird way, Jeff?
No, the short way, Jeff.
With a J?
Not the stupid way with the G. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, Nate Bargatze's so good. Oh, man. If you did not see that, there's your homework, kids. Go watch General George Washington from Saturday Night Live.
There's
That's
literally
so
two
funny.
kids.
So
kids.
funny. What are you talking about?
There's only 2 kids that listen to this podcast, and
Dude,
it's like they're like in the
anyone younger
background.
than me is a kid. So if you're younger
Anyone
than
younger
49,
than me is a kid.
you're a kid.
Okay, senior citizens.
Whatever, kid.
If you don't get that senior citizen rebate or discount after you hit 55, you're younger than me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't get that yet. Anyway, start your will. Get your path to Elysium. Will you?
Matt Damon.
So, yeah, pretty awesome. And go watch that movie, too. Elysium, you kind of get the concept better, right? Matt Damon movie.
It was pretty good. Could have been better.
Could have been better.
Could have been better. All right, so the start
Just
of the game.
like RSL's performance in San Jose.
Yeah, I was thinking that RSL was going to lose this game, to be totally honest, and to say it as fast as I can. That I thought San Jose was going to get the victory, come in, and take the pain of their horrible season out on RSL and really come after them. And they kind of, I don't know if they did or they didn't, but I was just wondering if I overestimated San Jose or underestimated RSL in this game. And it's kind
So
of
hard
a
to
little
tell,
little bit of both, because it just
Yeah.
was RSL. If you're battling for 4th place, top 3 finish, I think 2nd place is going to be out of reach here. I think 2nd place is out of reach. But if you're battling, you're the 4th place team playing the worst team, the Wooden Spoon in San Jose, who 21 points, and you struggle like that, I was really disappointed.
For those of you that don't speak English, soccer, which is a different language, apparently, the Wooden Spoon, Brant, is for the Wooden Spoon.
The Wooden Spoon is for the team with the lowest points. I don't know if it's an actual thing. It should be.
And why in the world would they be given a wooden spoon?
I don't know the history of that.
Come
but
on, man. I
hope you
set
will.
you up for...
I don't know. I hope you will elucidate
Why you
us
bring it
all
up if you don't know?
with the answer. I know they call it the Wooden Spoon because you're getting spanked all the time.
There it is, the spanking spoon, bro. That's
right.
what I think it is.
Oh, so you don't even know? You're
No,
just
I
making
don't
it up.
know. I was asking. I didn't know. I mean, I know a lot of stuff about soccer, but I don't know that much about English soccer. Remember, I grew up playing in a pit.
What side?
Gravel pit.
Gravel pit right next to the
Slash
syringes.
runoff.
So the standings, just to talk since I brought it up.
Yeah.
LA, first place. They've got the Western Conference locked up at 64 points.
Galaxy.
LAFC is at 58, 2 points ahead of us. They have 2 games to go. They play Vancouver
Midweek.
midweek, so they could, with a victory there, they would be out of reach for 2nd place. And Seattle is tied with RSL with 56 points, but they're in 3rd. We're in 4th because they have 1 more victory than we do. And then there's also some factors with Cincinnati in the East. They are at 56 points as well. If it all works out, if Cincinnati loses, Seattle loses, and RSL wins,
Columbus loses. Miami loses.
I think one of those 3 teams has a chance to be in the get one of the final spots in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Champions League. Yeah.
But RSL needs Cincy and Seattle to both lose and RSL to win, and there's a good chance we might get that spot. But
it's an outside shot at this point because LAFC play Vancouver midweek, and hopefully Vancouver just takes it to them, and then they don't worry about seeding for the final game. Because if they do, they'd be sitting on 50 points, and they'd be more around 6th place, and then they wouldn't, because all the playoff spots are locked in. Austin, Dallas, St. Louis, they're
it goes
all out.
LAFC or LA LAFC, Seattle, RSL, Houston, Colorado, Minnesota, Vancouver, and Portland are the top 9 teams.
They're all locked in, too.
All locked in, and the only thing is seeding, and Vancouver and Portland are probably trying to get a victory, especially Vancouver. They have an opportunity with 2 games to jump out of the 8-9 play-in game.
And it's weird because Colorado's fallen further than we have over basically the same time frame that we have. It's kind of strange. They were right up there pushing for second place, and now they've fallen all the way to 6th. And they could still get passed by Vancouver and Minnesota before the end of the season. So they could end up 8th, which with 50 points is kind of ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty stout league that we're in. I mean, that's a pretty strong
a lot of
conference.
Yeah, a lot of really good teams, but
once you get past the top 3 in the East, then the West is.
Well, Orlando's had a really crazy run of form lately. They've been in all sorts of strength lately, coming in with 52 points themselves, but they're in 4th place. Cincinnati 56, Columbus 60, and man, Columbus and Miami just look so good. They look real good.
Miami, they have one more game. Looks like it is at home, and they could end the season with the same home and away records. They have 11, 2, and 4 on the road away.
And if they win, they have the highest point total ever in MLS. Now, if you
one
go
more point than New England, right?
Yeah, if you go back in time to the Wayback Machine, and there weren't that many teams in MLS, that's why they didn't have that many games. There really weren't that many games, so that's why the point total is the highest ever. But like the percentage stuff is, right in line with some of the great teams of all time. So DC Uniteds of the olden days. For those of you that can remember back when the Screaming Eagles dominated. Anyway, just so you know.
I was a fan of DC United before RSL. That was the team that I followed.
I picked the Crew. I've always been a fan of the Crew.
I thought they had a great atmosphere with those fans on the one side of the stadium just trying to tear down.
Yeah. Tear down RFK.
RFK. And that was a dump, too. There were some great stories about RFK.
Dunny's told a few,
and DJ about where they had to go and the trip they had to make to find the broadcast area, clear up in the stands with the bats and the rats.
Good times. Yeah, they took real good care of it. Real good.
So back to the first half of the San Jose game.
No, I think we did. I think we did the first half justice right there.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Nothing exciting happened. Luna had a nice little shot 6 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity.
Ball from
Palacio with the long service.
But you got to take that ball down differently when the defender's running at you. And I'm really sad we didn't take advantage of that kid out on the left. He's just like 18 years old, and I think we went by him once. It's like, come on, guys. What do you do with little kids that get up into the big boys game? You teach them how to play. But we really didn't go after him at all.
Oh, shout out to Diego Luna's fitness, dude. That guy trimmed up, and he was a hustler this game.
Yeah. I think it really showed.
What about your thoughts on Dominic Markzuk?
He played like an 18-year-old playing against an 18-year-old. At moments there were flashes, but then the final product wasn't there.
Flashes of light.
And I'm like, dude, it's so close to getting all the way there, but he's still so far away. Like with Gomez, it was like finished product and then straight crap, and then finished product and then crap, and then it was crap, and then finished product. You know what I mean? But the first year it wasn't. It was crap. Yeah. Oh, hey, that was something cool. And then, so I think he's on his way. And he's still super young, but
I think he's still getting used to the amount of space that he has.
Yeah.
I think the distance between him and his next option is a little too far for my liking. Just seeing how uncomfortable he is. And he's having to make at least, one or two moves before he can give up a pass or make something moving forward. I think it's really tough for him right now. He gets isolated, and I think Gomez liked it because he didn't like passing.
Right.
But I think Markzuk likes having the outlets because he likes playing off of people.
And he also struggles with his left foot. He has 1 foot right now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, he did score his goal with that left foot, but it was mostly because he faked.
It looks like the defense is kind of figuring him out. They kind of stand him up and try and force him to his left, and he had his pocket picked a couple of times. But
It's just crazy to me that like you're a professional and you have like
Your go-to move.
no Anthony right Anthony from Manchester United.
Yeah.
You can make it all the way up there, get paid $80 million, and not have a right foot.
And not have two moves.
Yeah, like
You have one move.
like how is that even like conceivable? Like that's so dumb.
well, RSL was Alvarez.
Oh, yeah, lefty.
Lefty had
Alvarez.
a left foot and a kickstand. That was the joke. But he also scored one of the goals that took us to the final.
Yeah. Yeah, he came from San Jose. He played there for a long time.
If you have that one move and no one can stop it, no one can stop it.
Yeah,
It's like
Arturo.
James Harden or something like that.
Yeah.
That'll step back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
travel.
the whole twisty thing was the best thing that Harden ever did, right? The whole
Travel.
swing the ball around and smash it into your hand, and then it's a
And
foul
travel.
on you.
Oh yeah. That was.
They even
that was
changed the rule for him.
And travel.
That was a really great. We get it. That was a really
Travel.
good time.
You get
for
the traveling
basketball.
reference?
Yeah, he traveled all across the U.S.
That's why I don't like That's why I don't watch the NBA anymore.
Oh, I don't watch it at all.
I don't watch it because of Shaq. Just kidding.
So this first half was like really you were hoping for something great. There were makings for it, but somebody forgot the sugar in the cookies. You know what I mean? It was all ready to bake, but somebody forgot to put the sugar in.
Yeah. Or you know what? They looked really good. Or.
Oh, the other piece of feedback was that we sound too much like seals.
Those cookies looked really good, but they turned out to be gluten free.
Oh, man.
How much sand do you have to put into something to make it gluten free? It's like, man, they're cookies, the cakes.
You can
like
try wood
sand.
chips.
Well, that's what it.
That's what Taco Bell does.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I wonder where all that mulch went.
Thought it was still in your yard.
All right. Wait, when was the yellow card in the first half?
Second half.
It was the second half. Okay.
It's almost like the ref came out and he was like, I need to make my mark on this game.
Right. It
45 minutes
It was almost
in.
like
No one else is going to do
Nobody
it.
else has a yellow card. Nobody's
Yeah, it was
doing
almost-
anything. I'm going after Cajonas.
It's just the four of them, right? There's just four of them that go into a little room and they're just like, "Yo, guys, we gotta get this thing down." You know what I mean? Like, the
But-
plan was this.
You know what they do? I know exactly what they do at halftime because I've talked to refs.
Really?
Yeah.
I've watched that Welcome to Wrexham. You know that team that's really good right now in League
No,
One.
no.
No,
I
I've
don't
been
know
watching that.
who
They
is
have, like,
that?
a
Can I
whole
finish
thing.
my story?
Oh,
before
sorry,
you guys
sorry. Go ahead.
jump in and
Yeah.
attack me.
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay, tell us when we can do that.
Okay, so we usually do that at the end. So what they do is they go into halftime and they pull up Reddit.
And they look at your comments.
They look at Reddit and let's see
And
what are
whatever
people
your
saying
comments are.
about us
Man,
on
this
Reddit.
ref sucks. I wish he just cut his hair. And then at halftime, they get a haircut.
Yeah,
And then
come out, dyed up a little bit, got a little fade. Whatever they call them now.
no, they hydrate. That's what they do.
Oh,
Yeah, we talked to the ref coordinator. Is that what they're called? Whatever. The International
Scott.
Peace Garden ref person.
Scott with you.
Anyway, yeah, there's a guy that, like, so for those of you that don't know, there really is a guy. There's a guy that is he's the liaison for the refs. So if the refs need anything during the game,
Oh, yeah.
there's a dude on the sideline that goes and gets some drinks, or
Pro has someone that works with the refs during the game.
he's a local guy for RSL, but he's not hired by RSL. He's hired by Pro.
And they have them at every game.
Yeah, and he hydrates the refs and
And they're probably in at
something
halftime.
else probably.
They're probably in at halftime, like practicing their calls, like with their whistle. What if I blow it like this? What if I blow it like this?
What if I
Is that
point
cool?
to a penalty like this?
Yeah. Right.
No, that looks horrible. Don't do it, Brennan.
No, I'm not going to.
What if I call offside like this?
Oh,
But
man.
here's the problem. We have a couple guys on our team that are instigators and love to get yellow cards.
a couple.
Love to push the envelope. And one of them is Cajonas. He just kept running into the San Jose guys. And the first one, it was like, he barely touched him and he flopped, right? And then they called a foul, and I was like, oh boy, if that's a foul, Catranis is in trouble. So when he got his halftime yellow card, I was like, okay, serves him right. Sounds right.
Catranis got his.
He's done it 3 or 4 times now.
As the announcers said, Catrinas.
Oh, yeah.
They kept calling him Catrinas for some reason.
Because they did their homework on the game.
Yeah. And they couldn't see the back of his shirt that says Catranis.
That's funny coming from you. That's real funny coming from you.
Thanks,
You know
man.
that?
Thanks.
Because who is the guy on this podcast who, no matter what, even if it's something Smith,
Yeah.
you will always go, that guy, Travis Schmoth, I can't tell. I can't read it.
No, I just like to make fun of the guys' names on the other team. So that's my subtle way of doing it.
That's your
Rather than...
It's a shtick.
Yeah, like I know how to say almost everybody's name because I listen and I watch a ton of MLS. So I know how to say all their names because all the guys say it on the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they say it differently, right?
And you're one of those guys.
And I'm one of the guys who says it wrong on purpose. So they'll be like, who is this Smythe guy?
Smythe.
Anyway.
So the refs probably came out after searching Reddit at halftime, and they told the players, hey, no more fouls. Next person gets a...
No more fouls.
you
no
get
more.
a yellow.
No
and
more.
You get a yellow.
They practiced there.
What a stupid yellow by McMath, though.
And then...
To waste
53
time
minutes,
in the 85th minute? No, I think that's good.
But it wasn't
in
even
the-
that much time wasted.
He wasted
When
like
I was
20
watching
seconds.
it, I was like, why did...
I think he was just practicing because the previous week we had all sorts of fun time wasting. Right? They started time wasting in the 35th minute, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey, they're time wasting right now. It's the 35th minute. It's 0-0. Good job, Minnesota. Dorks.
What was the score on that one?
Yeah, Minnesota...
That's still,
oh.
it's still 0-0 in that
Still
game.
0-0.
Yeah, still.
In that 53rd minute, Julio just kind of ran over the guy. That's the one...
You know, it's one of those things where I'm like, Julio's hustling, so let him have him. You know, usually he likes to put that one on the goalie.
Let him have him.
Yeah, like, you know, he likes to put one on the goalie, just kind of
Oh.
little chin music, little elbow to the
Just
chin.
have at it. Just take your way with him.
Have at him.
I mean, in the soccer sense, Brennan. Come on.
Sorry.
Goodness
I thought
gracious. And after that
Julio's
challenge,
yellow.
Pablo's like, get to the bench. Give me a right footer.
I thought his yellow was an accumulation.
Probably.
Like the ref was just like, I just tell you guys.
I just
But
did this.
running into
Just
each other.
did this.
It was on Reddit. And so Julio got the yellow, and then Chicho came in 2 minutes later because Pablo had had enough. And then immediately was offside because somebody had to take Julio's place in the 56th minute.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, sounds right.
So the second half seems like there was a lot more action. San Jose I think they were doing all they could to get a result. They were playing pretty deep. That's why, Anderson Julio couldn't get behind them. But RSL just kept up the pressure. If we look at the stats,
Spraying the ball around, yeah.
I thought the stats were pretty telling. Before we talk about the
What was your
second
favorite
half.
stat? Did you have a favorite one?
My favorite stat is always expected goals.
Ooh,
mine was shots.
Oh,
we had 14 shots in their home game. They had 5.
Yeah.
That was my favorite stat of the game.
We had 55% possession, which I thought should have been more. But at San Jose, I thought they did a pretty good job controlling the ball a little bit.
Really?
What?
Just gonna yawn right in the mic, bro. What are you pulling a Brandt?
sorry.
What's going on, man?
Sorry.
you're doing
Oh, come on! Sympathetic yawner. What is happening?
I am so soft. So soft. But yeah, RSL, 14 shots, 6 shots on goal, and we had 3 block shots.
It was like 6 corners right off the bat, too, at the start of the game.
Yeah, that was fascinating. RSL was
We
just
cannot serve a ball in to save our lives.
9 corners.
And I don't think we got a single one to our own heads.
And none of them were there weren't any short goals, short corner kicks, right?
Yeah, where's
Where
the
they-
short stuff to Luna and then the back pass to Vera? Oh, yeah, Vera wasn't playing.
with that big left foot.
But if you go down to aerial duels
2?
we pretty much just let them have 10 aerial duels. We lost them all, which is pretty sad.
I didn't even see him remain.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the goal? I don't like talking about stats when we don't
Okay,
even care
talk about the
stats.
goal, man. We had 20 fouls and they only had 9.
Well, to build up to the goal, we were pretty aggressive. We were moving the ball really well. Palacio was sending in the long diagonal balls, and he had like 2 or 3 before the actual goal. And
which
there was
spread out their defense a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. I think even Chicho had a square one right in front of the goal that he took one time off of Mark Zook. Oh, Mark Zook trapped the ball, did a little one-touch inside, and he came in, and then Chicho kind of passed it back and smacked it. It was a really good play.
Yeah.
Before you get to the goal,
I wasn't going to
back to stats.
Oh, boy.
What was the expected goals for the game for RSL after all of that? All of the possession, the 15 shots, 6 on goal. What was the team at? What was the expected goals?
7.
1.
Wow.
1 for RSL and 0.6 for San Jose, which probably is the best stat that explains the game. So anyway, back to you. Back to Brandon.
I don't like stats. Yeah, I said it. I don't like stats on boring games. Okay, when you guys sit there and talk about a 1-0 game about stats,
At least
nobody cares about.
0-0.
Yeah, stop talking about stats.
Flame on, Brennan.
Anyways, Chicho has some really good opportunities, but there was a little bit of a negative. I want to be a little bit of a negative, Nelly. I think Chicho was kind of holding up opportunities, and he was a little too selfish.
Yeah.
Because I think Diogo, or Giogo, or wherever how you say that, Fuego, he had some opportunities to be open. I even think homeboy that was back behind, might have been Mark Zook, might have been Palacio. There was another play where if he would have given one pass and looked, we would be looking at something else. I think Crooks came in. And Crooks was also another highlight of the game. Another great play. And he is night and day way better than when he first got on here because I think he just found where he fits.
Yeah.
Not that he changed his skill level or anything.
He just figured out how to play with the
Absolutely.
other guys.
And I think some of us figured out how to play with him.
Yeah. That's what I think, too.
But I do think, I mean, this is probably not the greatest thing to say, but I think Chicho was kind of a...
That's the sound effect.
A little bit of a hindrance in this game.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Do you concur? Expound.
Well, it's kind of like in the Minnesota game. I was saying he kept shooting when there weren't opportunities, and then when he had that clear-cut chance at the 6, he kicked it to his hands.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, dude, what were you expecting him to do? He played you the ball at the 6, kick it in. But I've also been a striker that has,
You've been a
showed
striker?
up there. Well, on corner kicks and whatnot.
Oh.
And the ball bounces to you at the 6, and then you toe poke it right at the keeper. So, it's happened to me. I get it. It's, it's not an easy thing to do.
I'm a striker in my own mind.
And on FIFA one time, I was playing, and then I was playing Guitar Hero Revolution, and
You can do orange because my pinky only can go to blue.
I'm a slide.
You're just like,
Oh, I can't take a drink. You guys make me laugh.
So I live a virtual life sometimes.
Well, it's like-
you guys know that. Sometimes I play a soccer player on the podcast.
yeah,
That's all right.
sometimes.
I mean,
I'm all about vicarious.
Yeah, me too.
but he's been so killer this year that it's like, bro, what's happening here, right?
I think Brennan is right. I think Chicho is trying too hard, but he did score that goal. It was a beautiful flick on, and every time Diogo does his back heel, which he loves his back heels, I just think it's Tyler, and I just think,
Why
Don't
so many
do-
back heels? Don't do it.
there's a ton of back heels from Diogo. It's like he brought all of them with him. But he had the nice flick on.
They're brilliant.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but this one that led to
This one
the
was
goal
brilliant.
when Chicho was offside was beautiful. And I thought Chicho got the ball in the back of the net, and I think Chicho looked like he was a little bit different this game. Minus a little, he's trying to get that goal, trying to get off the schneid, and he's been on 17 since like June or July. 17
But that's
goals.
what I mean. Like, I feel like he's trying to still get back into that MVP race, but he should kind of back off of that
Yeah.
because
Let
that's
the
when
game find you.
Yeah,
But he
like,
looked,
let it happen.
from the highlights and watching the game, it looked like he was a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
And a little happier. Maybe he's kind of getting to that point where, hey, we got to get in the playoffs.
He's trigger happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm interjecting again.
I think we'll see a different Chicho in the last game. I think
he's talking so fast, by the way.
I am trying to talk really fast, and I'm just out of breath.
So dumb, dude.
So, yeah. That was a cool goal that he scored. Too bad he was like 4 feet offside.
Oh, dude, way offside. Offside. No point.
He Julio'd.
Yeah. Hey, kick it to me. I'm right here. And then he scored, and then I was like, okay, that broke it. Now the floodgates are going to open. And here we go. Also, I love this thing we're doing with the long throw-in. I love that we're getting down there and trying the long throw-ins.
Who's doing it?
Boxall was doing it for Minnesota, but Brown, I think, was doing it for us, right?
Brown has a big throw-in.
He's got a nasty cross that is a throw-in. What, you can't be nasty?
Do you guys miss Ferreira?
Who?
Ferreira?
From Dallas?
No, who is it?
Who you talking about?
Am I saying the wrong guy?
Gomez?
No.
I miss Gomez.
Right back. One
Oh,
red card.
Aaron Herrera.
Herrera. I said Ferreira. My bad.
No, that's fine.
Do you guys miss him? Or
Yes, I do.
really? You take him over all of our options?
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Really? Do you think he was probably the problem in the locker room?
No.
He could have been.
No, I don't think he was.
I don't think he was, but he could have been.
We don't know. We're not in there.
Yeah, we're not in the locker room.
But he was clearly letting it fly, you know. He was kind of like, dude, we got to play at our skill level as well as playing X-Dog.
Yeah, I think he would. I don't think Aaron Herrera was afraid to say what he thought. Right. And he had the great season when
he got across it to Krylak
and drop it on his head, and then the next season they didn't have anybody for his crosses, so he got really frustrated because there's no one in there.
Yep.
And I think they asked him to play back more and not get forward, so he was kind of frustrated. But I think he would fit in a lot better. He's a better right back than anybody we have on the team right now.
Yeah. So,
but he's also more expensive than any right back.
Wasn't
he might be more expensive than all of our right backs on the team combined. We should look that up. But no, he was on $800,000 or more a season, and with Brody, I think Brody's in the 200, and then you've got Brown and Bodie.
They had a couple
Quentin.
dive-in red cards that, you know.
So I'm.
It was a combination of
we don't have
a lot of stuff, right? But
San Jose had some opportunities. They had the header that went wide.
You never finished the Diego Luna goal.
Oh,
we haven't got there yet.
We haven't got there yet?
Well, nobody cares. Nobody cares about San Jose having opportunities. Nobody cares about
stupid San
this
Jose.
thing. Look, it's the 64th minute. They're sending the ball up. There he goes.
Lovely pass by Luna.
Mark Zook. And he cuts back, and then this is the one where he toe pokes, and Chicho one-times it.
No left foot.
No left foot. He's passing it.
Chicho
Mark Zook.
Oh.
You can tell he wants to get to his left foot.
Recycle, reduce, reuse,
that was
recycle.
A brilliant ball. Oh, sorry. We're just watching this
almost
instead of telling you about it.
Off the crossbar.
69th, 70th minute.
70th minute. Was it Palacio or was it Ojeda that sent that ball in? That was Ojeda, no?
Yeah. Palacio.
Hold on. We're going to get a fact checked. Nope. Palacio once again with that dime of a feed. And Mark Zook tucks his head down. Kids, if you're watching this, one thing you want to do when you receive a ball and you're going to head it, you want to not on frame. You want to head it down.
Yes.
And you want to stay looking down after you head it. But the problem is he shrunk down into his shoulder like the turtle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a turtley move.
Yeah. Too turtley for the Turtle Club. And the ball went up and hit off the crossbar
instead
of going straight down. So I mean, that's just
look
basics,
it into that far post. You got to look it in, and he
Yeah.
didn't quite look it in there.
Nope.
Speaking of turtles, there's this little kid, and he was telling his grandma the other day, my mom doesn't like turtles, but I do. I like turtles.
What?
Because she hasn't went to the aquarium, and she go, my mom doesn't like turtles, but I like turtles.
That's my son. Sorry. Yeah. My wife has a phobia of turtles.
Oh.
A phobia.
Really?
Yeah.
So even if it's a statue, she will have a panic attack.
Really?
So if you go to the aquarium and then there's the, like where you walk in with like the stingrays and stuff, there's this big sea turtle that's like abnormally large.
Yeah.
She will purposely not look at it and try to avoid it.
Yeah.
I even have a video of me, like, I picked her up because we were like just being funny. And then I walked over and she started like clawing me to get away because I was placing her on a fake turtle.
Wow.
Or if you buy your grandson a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle a remote control car,
boy.
and you don't know about it,
Mess
and we've
with it.
never seen it. You could send it back over here.
Oh, no, he's using it.
Okay, good. Good. Is
Just
it
not
helping
when
her?
mom's
Is it helping
around.
her?
It's just not acclimating to it. It's the other way around.
Anyways, go back to the Soccer Game podcast.
That's it for turtles.
And we had some great opportunities, except for that one that we just watched by Chicho
Well,
again, just overstepping his bounds.
Since we're telling stories, I got to tell you, I took a nap in the middle of this game.
No, you
I
didn't.
totally fell asleep, bro. And my daughter came in because she couldn't sleep. And she woke me up at about the 74th minute. And I was like, go back to bed, dude. And then she was like, can I just snuggle with you for a minute, Dad? So I saw Chicho's scuffed shot there. And then when Luna scored, I started jumping up and down. It was awesome. By then, she was asleep. It was like 2 minutes.
Are you serious?
She snuggled with me for 2 minutes, fell asleep because she couldn't sleep for an hour or whatever.
This is the first time at this game. This is the first time I actually slightly cheered while I was home.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Because I have like zero emotion when I watch most games.
Yeah.
But like when Luna took it on his left foot, hit the bar and went in, I literally did this. I went.
Yes.
I didn't make a noise,
The
but
fist of pumping.
still, I was like, I cheered.
The fist
That's
pump.
how much I like this team.
Yeah.
I think I might have said finally.
Oh, really?
Since we're telling stories, it's story time here on the RSL Random Fan
Okay,
Podcast.
but get to the story already.
I watched the first half, and then the Saturday Night Live started. And my wife came down, and I'd rather watch it with her. And it was halftime. Flipped it over to Saturday Night Live, and then I just watched it on my phone.
Well, that's a great story.
Because the game was so boring in the first half. And then Nate Bargatze is funny. That's hilarious stuff.
That is hilarious stuff. So, anyways, we win,
And then we didn't give up a goal.
and it was 1-0.
Yeah.
And
All right, so
McMath got a yellow.
let's get to the goal.
Yeah, should we get to the goal? Can we
Let's
talk
get to
about
the goal.
it? or-
Let's talk about
I
the
thought we already
goal.
did the goal. He just did the goal. Diego Luna.
He
with
was
the
kind of talking about it. So the pass goes in.
ref gets in the way.
Ojeda.
Dork. Get out of the way, dude.
To
Luna
Luna.
goes to his left, cuts back to his right. Oh, no, I guess he doesn't.
No,
cut
he
back.
doesn't.
Thought he
Wow.
cut back to his right.
Worst call in the history
Well, no.
of calls.
One thing that Luna does really, really well in this is he maintains space.
Yes.
He is quick on the ball. He maintains space.
Keeps his
And-
foot close to the ball, too,
Yeah.
so they can't step to him or go right by him.
I mean, this guy was so good. There was a part where he fell in the middle of in the box,
Yeah, that was
and he does a 360 and gets up in not even a half a split step, and just keeps going. This guy was on fire this game.
So Ojeda gets the assist, and actually it was Luna's right foot that should have been given the assist.
He reminds me a little of Messi, not gonna lie. The way he dribbles and how he's like a little bit closer to the ground.
And that's his off foot, bro. He's right-footed.
Oh, he's right-footed?
Yeah, that left foot goal was his off foot from outside the box. That was
Wow, that's
freaking
impressive. Yeah.
And there were a bunch of people in the stands that were his family, so that's why he was so excited. He was like laughing.
yeah.
He was so overjoyed that he scored, and you love to see that.
Yeah.
You know, you love to see athletes that are just enjoying it, having fun, and playing, and just, you know, being on your team and enjoying what they're doing out there. Like, that's freaking cool.
And kudos to RSL because RSL in the later minutes did get back. They hustled to get back. They got tons of bodies in the box. And it was nice to see them really care about not losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question I have.
Do you think it's Vera? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I think it was San Jose. And, McMath did a great job. They had a point-blank shot. I think it was late that they got off in the middle of the box. But the question I was thinking is RSL's defense fixed? Is RSL's offense fixed? They scored one goal against a very bad team. And they still gave up opportunities, like even late, 90th minute, the shot I was talking about.
Yeah, Brown
Wide
did
open
not
at
cover
the
that
spot.
header. Like,
Well, that's what he does.
I know, dude. Like, just get into the body of that dude. He's taller than you,
They're
but
doing
get
it.
into him so he can't head it really well. You know what I mean? Like, There's ways to disrupt people that aren't exactly winning the ball.
That's why
Gives
Brown
up a
went to
chance
the
at
bench
the 6, right?
for that same play, but this time it was against San Jose, who has given up 75 goals all season. Just insane. And
we got one in 2 games against them.
If you were to say, hey, how is RSL going to do in the playoffs? Based on this game, I would not be too assured of ourselves. I think we have the hustle, we have the effort. However, I think there's still undecidedness as far as like what's the defense going to do. And if we're throwing Palacio in, that throws a whole different way of playing into the game because we're not too knowledgeable on what everybody is capable of doing once that long diagonal ball is introduced.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's kind of my concern.
Kind of my concern? Who's kind of Mike?
Running out of time, or what's going on, kids?
No,
it's kind of my concern on it. They won the game, but did they fix anything?
I don't know. Yeah, just make sure
we're all checking to make sure.
I don't know what you guys are checking. I was just seeing what time we're at. So, kind of cool, though, the way that the Krylock just fell over there. But MLS announced its nominees for the 24 Year-End Awards. Did you want to see where
Before
RSL
we get
was
there,
at?
let's answer that question. Did we learn anything from this game, and has RSL fixed anything, or was just San Jose that bad and we just barely squeaked out a 1-0 victory and got 3 important points, which you need to do, but did we learn anything?
Yeah, I learned that we are still, there's some chinks in our armor. And I think that...
and by chinks, you mean...
Whoa, no.
Open holes in armor?
Okay, yes.
I'm just asking what you meant by that.
So, okay.
Gosh, dude, calm down. You're the one wearing chain on your arm, dude. I didn't know what you meant. I was asking you for clarification.
Oh, man, if you isolate the word, it doesn't sound good.
You said it. I was just following up.
Cheek in the armor. Like yeah.
Yeah, dent or a hole in your armor that could easily be invaded on by others. Just go ahead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's holes in our game right now.
Have you seen that movie, Holes? It's kind of old, but
Elijah LaBeouf, yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. You said Elijah LaBeouf. Oh my gosh! I'll stop interrupting you. Go ahead.
What do they eat? What do they eat in holes?
Did you know Gus?
What do they eat in holes that
movie?
makes it so the lizards don't like them?
Onions.
Onions. What's the kid's name?
Which one?
The one that helps him dig the hole.
Stanley Yelnats or Zero?
Zero. There you go.
Yeah, Zero.
Dude, you know a lot about that. You're a Disney guy.
Well, I just watched it the other day with my kids.
Oh, cheater.
Yeah, they hadn't seen it, and so we thought we'd enjoy it together.
I'm tired, Dad. That's too damn bad.
Watch this movie with me. It's funny. Dad, this movie's not funny. I know. Yeah,
it's kind of like the first time you watch The Holy Grail.
What?
Yep, you're like, what?
No, when you watch The Holy Grail, it's
and then you're like, no, it's got fangs.
The first time you watch it, you're like, what is this? We showed it to our kids when they were teenagers.
Your kids?
The 2 younger ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were there.
I was like, I'm one of them.
The 2 younger ones. Maybe not be as sophisticated
they're not.
as you are.
They're really not. If you think about it, like their taste in movies is so barbaric and simplistic. Like they don't know the eccentricities of humor and plot lines and character development.
It was a little disappointing. But I remember the first time I watched The Holy Grail, I'm like, what on earth is this? And then after a while, I'm just like, this is the most perfect movie ever made.
It absolutely is.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're just going to call it a draw.
Yep. I've had worse. Let's get to
I've had worse.
The stuff that Tyler wants to talk about.
My favorite part of that movie is when he's explaining the intricacies of their narcissistic commune and how they rotate the status of government among the masses.
We're a collective.
I'm being repressed. You're repressing me. Anyway, narcissistic commune. I don't know, something like that. That part makes me laugh. That whole interaction. So the Landon Donovan MLS MVP nominees are out. And every single team has one. So,
oh, really?
Ours is Chicho Arango.
Right on.
Not winning.
He's not going to win. He probably won't get any votes either. But if we took it 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, he probably could have won.
top
would have
3
been
minimum.
right before the All-Star game is
Don't
when it
get
all kind of
suspended.
started going downhill.
Don't
you
get
know.
for suspended for stuff we don't know
Don't
But
happened.
now it's all
Don't
messy.
get
It's
suspended.
Messi's to lose at this
Don't get
point.
suspended.
Should be
Don't
Suarez.
get suspended.
No, it should not be Suarez, dude.
Suspended.
Do you even watch Miami games,
Don't get suspended.
Brennan?
Yeah.
Should it be Messi or Suarez?
I think it should be.
Messi's only played like 15 games.
Yeah. I don't
And
think it should
he
be.
was good enough in those
any of
15
those.
games to win MVP, dude.
I think it should be. What's his name?
Lucho?
No.
Acosta, Cincinnati.
No.
Cucho?
Benteke.
Chicho.
Oh, Benteke's a good one.
Wait,
Benteke.
Lucho, Cucho, or Chicho?
However you say it.
Or Matt Freeze from New York City FC.
No.
Ooh, dude, what happened to that organization?
Yeah, they're struggling.
Yeah.
But they're doing okay. I mean, they're kind of in a rebuilding year. But
They've had a better second half than the first half.
yeah. Or Ricky Puig.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that? Play? He got
Puig.
wiped out at the end of the game. The Austin guy just came in through the sidelines. Slide tackle, wiped him out. They're expecting that guy to get
6 to 8 months in jail.
6 to 8 game suspension.
Oh.
It was a bad red card.
Well, who's the guy? Was it St. Louis that like ran somebody down and like threw him down and he got a second yellow? And he kicked the ball.
Thanks for your insight. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh man, it's
you can look it up
it's a
for
blonde guy that's from St. Louis that's popular.
Really?
What's his name?
The head guy? The big
They're-
tall guy?
Their big striker.
Klaus?
Klaus, yeah.
No, it's
They had a
All right. All the coaches are nominated for Coach of the Year.
oh nice.
good job, coaches.
Newcomers of the Year, every team picked one.
Who did RSL pick?
Matt Crooks.
Matt Crooks. That's the guy I wanted to talk about just for a second. There's a lot of differing opinions on it, but a lot of the soccer fans that I know and respect are really coming around to what Matt Crooks brings to this team.
Yeah.
And like we've talked about,
I think he
pointed
brings
out.
a ton. I think he brings so much to this team. And in a way that we desperately need right now.
and haven't had for a long time.
Yeah, back when Krylak was good and Rusnak was here, we kind of had that in the midfield. And I think he's bringing that kind of stability.
And Rusnak's having a season. He's got 10 goals, 15 assists, and just taking Seattle
Yeah.
by Seattle's taken the second half by storm and cruised up the standings.
They passed us.
But yeah, I think Crooks. I love Crooks. I think he's like a silent assassin. There's some stuff he does. He leaves. He's really good at letting people know that he's on the field, and he does some stuff that just cracks me up. Like at the whistle, he pushed over the San Jose guy, and like, what? Who, me?
Well, because that San Jose guy just knocked over his boy, and he knew there was only no plays left, so he kind of wiped him out, and that was fun too, huh? All right, and then MLS Young Player of the Year.
Andres Gomez.
Andres Gomez.
He's not on our team anymore. He can't be nominated.
Justin Glad.
Diego Luna. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah.
He's the
Diego.
game winner. He's the man. He's the boy with the ploy. I don't know. You know what I mean. Diego Luna. MLS Defender of the Year nominees.
Oh,
Justin
Justin
Glad.
Glad.
Justin Glad. MLS Goalkeeper of the Year nominee.
Beavers.
Good try. It's the
McMahon.
other one. MLS Comeback Player of the Year nominees.
Oh,
Kim Kardashian.
Chicho.
We didn't show up on that one.
Oh.
We didn't. Coach didn't submit a player. And then the Audi Goals Drive Progress Impact Award nominee.
Andrew Brody.
It's just the dumbest name for an award
He
ever.
drives an Audi, doesn't
He does.
he?
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. Our entry into the
Is this the good guy?
Audi
award?
Goals Drive Progress Impact Award nominee is Matt Crooks. He must have done some good stuff in the community. And there's 3 nominees for Ref of the Year.
Who are they?
There's 3 nominees for
Okay, give me,
Assistant of the Year.
I got Tori Pencil.
Nope, Drew Fisher.
Drew
Drew
Fisher.
Fisher. Isn't he from Utah?
Guido Gonzalez and Lucas Spora.
Do you think Ted Uncle knows he's Ted Uncle? Like, do you think he actually,
Yeah.
he knows, wow, people don't like it when I referee
Do you think
games.
Tori Penso knows that Chris Penso is Chris Penso?
Oh, she's on top. You know that. She's the big spoon. She's the one who doesn't have to do laundry. She shows up. She says, "Is dinner on the table, Chris?" And he's like, "Yes, honey. Dinner's on the table."
Although she didn't have a great
However,
she did not have a great game when she reffed RSL, which I was disappointed.
That's how she does it? She like penalty in bed.
Penalty. You cross the line.
Cross the line.
Get back on your half of the bed, Chris.
The balls don't go there.
That's not a red card. That's not a red card.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
All right.
Wouldn't
So
that be great?
RSL wins 1-0 in San Jose. We have one game left. Depending on how it goes with LAFC and Vancouver, and Seattle, we could end up as high as second.
And as low as?
Fourth.
Boaz.
So we're in a good spot. We talked about, I think at the start of the year, we'll get to the end of the season, but I think fourth. I would love to see us finish above fourth because as the season went on, I think fourth is almost, but not quite disappointing. But we'll see how we end up.
Wait, what was our preseason predictions?
Mine was terrible, and they've exceeded my expectation, which was the plan the whole time.
How about you, Brennan? What did you guess?
I think I guessed like third, right?
I thought you said second.
Oh yeah, I think I guessed second.
I think I said third. So
and I think I said barely making it into the playoffs. So
Yep.
you guys did better than me. But we'll have the review later on, especially at the end of this, when we actually get to the end of the season. So, any other thoughts? What about we skipped halftime? Orange slices.
Luna.
Good call.
Already stole it. Luna. He was hard and strong and down to get the friction on. So,
Fellas, yeah. Girlfriend got the butt.
Ladies.
He was shaking it too. Like he was so excited when he scored.
Baby got
Good job. Good job, Diego.
You're gonna say Palacio.
No.
I'm gonna say Palacio.
All right, you say Palacio. Mine would be Mark Succo or McMath. I'm going to go McMath. I thought McMath, 2 clean sheets in a row, and he's really solidified the defense.
Dial it in, son.
Glad to have him back. I'm a big McMath fan.
Good job, kid.
Yeah.
Because McMath, even though he's the oldest player on the team, still a kid.
Mm-hmm. Deadly a kid.
Good job, kid. Get her done.
All right. Anything else on the game? Anything else we want to talk about before we get into the come on, Crowley update? Should we do that?
Yeah.
Should do it less excited, though.
And slower.
No.
I need to do it slower.
No, he should be angry because they got their butts kicked.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Multiple times last week.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
I was following Crawleytown FC.
Oh, did you see another one of your coaches went to MK Dons?
Wow.
Dude, what is that about? Like
Ben Gladwin, he came with he has played well with Scott Lindsay, who went to MK Dons, and he retired last year. He was a really good midfielder, but he had a bum knee, and so he retired. And then he was getting into coaching, so he was just the interim coach for 2 games, and I think it was
recruited him too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went. So Rob Elliott came over from Gateshead, had his first game. Gateshead United, yeah.
That's a real club.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. If not, we're in trouble.
Gateshead?
It's kind of like they brought in this Nigerian guy, Tanamu, who supposedly they paid a boatload of money for. Now he got called up to the Nigerian national team. But our RSL. But Crawleytown, they have been on a struggle. Rob Elliott came in their first game. They gave up a goal. And they lost 1-0 away. That was at home. It was away.
Nobody knows.
But they dominated. They dominated possession.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So I think Rob Elliott is going to continue on the beautiful way they play the football that Scott Lindsay does. And, I was thinking about this. Scott Lindsay, the secret to Scott Lindsay's success is he actually knows how to motivate a team. And get them to buy in and believe in themselves.
Right.
And I think Crawley believes in the way they play. They just have to figure out a way to start scoring some goals. And if they do that, we are not going to get relegated. Knock on wood.
Amen.
Touch.
But it's going to be tough. It's going to be
trees.
could be a long season.
Yeah.
Probably getting wooden spooned.
And
Probably.
I'm excited because we only have one more game for the Black Tarantulas, which means that I can go back to enjoying the whole Crawleytown game Now that I figured out, they started showing the whole replays and not just streaming. But the Black Tarantulas, they have been
Hot.
a lot of fun, just like all U4-5 teams are.
When they only have one team.
I mean, the way they play is it's incredible. But it's also, they have some silly stuff, like there was 4 or 5 of the boys in the second half, and they were just all gathered around, kind of chatting during the middle of the game, like in the third quarter. And the other coach goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And one of the kids says, "It's a secret." It's a secret. They were just gathered around. Oh, they're funny kids. But we only have one more game in the spring season. Then we can get back to full-time watching Crawley every Saturday morning that they play. But I'm going to miss those kids. We'll see them in the spring. They are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you guys and your other fancy teams?
Arsenal, yeah, they keep beating everybody. Southampton this week, I mean.
Yeah.
That doesn't count, really.
Is it Ramsdale?
Ramsdale is at Southampton.
Oh, that's gnarly.
He cried after the game.
He did?
I wish I was with you guys. David Ryan took my spot. I don't know. I was never a huge...
Who did you guys play before Southampton? That wasn't...
Ramsdale fan.
EPL.
Oh, in the Champions League?
Yeah, who was that?
Yeah, it was PSG.
It was PSG?
Took it to those suckers, too. Bring it on, Frenchie.
Well, PSG doesn't have anybody anymore.
That's what you think.
Who do they have?
Doesn't matter, because Arsenal thumped them. No, they still have, like, Hakimi and Lee and Marquinhos. He's still there.
So are Manchester United fans more disappointed that they won over the weekend?
Oh, did we win against Villa?
Aston Villa, I think you won 1-0.
No.
Wait,
I didn't even...
he's giving you the come on
No,
Manchester
it was a draw.
update?
It was a draw, right? Yeah. We're clear on 14th. We're in 14th.
Oh, yeah, you're way down there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, it was 0-0.
Yeah,
Those are
0-0.
some fun standings for you, huh?
I think...
Or the fact that they didn't win, because rumors were if they lost to Aston Villa that Ten Hag was out of there. Are Manchester United fans disappointed that that's the case, that they
I don't know why you
didn't
ever
lose?
cheer for your team to lose so your coach gets fired. That just seems weird to me.
It's just...
Maybe you're sick of the style of play or something. But
Yeah.
Ten Hag plays a style that is entertaining to watch as a neutral. I like watching Man U play, even though I don't care if they win or lose.
No.
You know?
Yeah, so it's supposed to provide, yes, an exciting way to move the ball and be aggressive.
And it worked at Ajax. Why can't it work at Man U?
Because the level is much higher, the speed is way quicker, the quality needs to be higher, and the Man U players are not good.
At his style, or they're just not good?
They're not good. Marcus Rashford is overpaid, so he acts like he can do whatever he wants. Garnacho is starting.
Like that, huh?
Garnacho is starting to turn into one of those, because before that he was an academy guy coming up, so he's working super hard. But it's weird that all of a sudden all the academy people that are getting opportunities are staying on the field, whereas people that are being paid over $80 million are off the field. Like, that's showing whoever is in charge of scouting, they're doing a terrible job.
But the people in front of development are doing a great job.
Absolutely. Man U is always going to be known for their academy. Like, their way of bringing players up is awesome. Like, there's nobody really that compares. I mean, Arsenal's pretty close, but not really. But I do think that Ten Hag brought over wrong players to play a style that isn't right for the English Premier League. And I think the key players are not fans of him.
And he's not adapting to the league as well as they had hoped.
No, but somebody's believing in him, because apparently if we were to lose to Aston Villa, he was supposed to be gone, but I don't hear any rumors of that, and it's been 24 hours almost.
Yeah, usually in the Premier League, they're like, you're gone.
Oh, yeah, like there's
It's
a
not
backup
like
plan to a
U.S.
backup
soccer
plan.
where they take a month and a half to make a freaking decision.
Or
Drives
the
me nuts.
Steelers. I mean, you can have
Right.
until that coach passes away, he's going to be the coach.
Yeah, but the Steelers are on their third head coach
Of all time.
all time.
Can you name them all?
Chuck Noll,
Yep.
then you just jumped out of my head.
The spitting mustache guy.
And
Yep.
then the current guy.
Yep, Tomlin.
Yep, got them all.
Yeah. Yep.
But they're also saying that, hey, Alex Ferguson finished in 13th, and he went on to win everything for a couple decades, but I don't see that with Ten Hag. But we shall see. And it's interesting. They have a shorter lifespan as in coaching teams over in soccer in other areas than they do in the United States.
Yeah, that's why it's fun for Crawley to get a new head coach, because nobody cares.
What? I care. And
I mean, like
Crawley Town, Utah branch does. There's going to be dozens of us.
No, I mean, it's not like when Jerry Sloan stopped coaching the Jazz kind of a thing. It's more like when
it's a different.
Mike Petke stopped coaching the Monarchs. Like, nobody cared.
Well, they did because he's a racist. But anyway, no, just kidding.
Was he racist?
Petke got fired from RSL for being a little bit on the
inappropriate side.
He may not be a racist. I'll take that back. I apologize to Matt Petke, but
he did say some words he didn't probably
that could be
understand.
construed as racist. How's that? So yeah. So I think just getting used to the fact that, unlike American sports, other sports, the coaching timeline at a club is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts? Please follow us on all the social medias.
So many social media.
If you've
Twitter,
made it this
X.
far in the podcast, I just want to say thank you so much. This has been really rough to sit
It's
through.
fun. It's entertaining. I've been entertained.
That's not the point. This has been so terrible. I am so sorry.
It's not terrible.
I'm telling you right now, the guys from that other
mediocre
podcast.
or better. It's not terrible. That's not fair. But I was trying to get to the point of, we love your feedback. What kind of feedback do we get?
Oh, yeah, what was the rest of the feedback?
No, that was it. I worked it in throughout. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Speed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brand, talk faster and louder. So I tried. I hope I did well.
You did well.
You did good, son.
I did. But
Good
follow
job,
us.
kid.
Follow us on the social medias. If you have some feedback for us, please jump in. You don't have to do Reddit. You can get on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever we got. Follow and YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. Jump on YouTube. You can watch us almost live.
We're so much more funny.
You can almost see what we look like.
Yeah, almost.
I'm behind a mic most of the time, though.
Yeah, I had it set up so you
Spoiler
wouldn't
alert.
be, but you want to make sure that you get all the glare.
No, I try to get my voice to be very deep into the microphone so that it's very well heard.
And next time, coming live to you in front of a live studio audience.
Nope.
No. Well, we could bring our kids over.
I'm pushing the stop button.
All right, see you later.